or Max V. We're back to talk about some news here. Now, I'm going to give you the latest on the singer David, the singer or D4VD out of Los Angeles. He is now officially a suspect in others. So they're trying to say now he did not act alone. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to start with Trump first. We know Trump is going to be meeting with Mandani. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about how people called the police on him saying he's making threats because of some things he said on his True Social. So we're going to get into all of that. For those that's watching a rebroadcast, please subscribe. Please give us a thumbs up. That'll be greatly appreciated. If you want to support, you can hit my Cash App at $MaxVWorld75. That's MAX, the letter V is in Victor, World 75 on the Cash App. As a matter of fact, let me make sure I got that right. But that is the, hold on. Somebody was asking me for it. That's why. But anyway, that is it. $MaxVWorld75. All right. But let me just say this. So there's a lot going on. I think we're going to start with Trump. But yes, David is in trouble. He's in a lot of trouble right now. David is in a lot of trouble. A lot. So we're going to get into that because everybody, we were just talking about what's up with David. Is he going to get arrested? Like, what's going on with him? You know what I'm saying? What's going on with David? What's happening with David? But there is some news developing on David for the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. And she's an underage girl that he was dating. Okay. She disappeared and she ended up in the frunk of his Tesla, dismembered. Okay. But they do have, I'm believing they do have the videos taken from his Tesla. Because a lot of people know when you have a Tesla, it's always recording. So we're going to get into that as well. But first off, let's hear what they're saying about Trump.
Major Garrett in Washington. Let me welcome you to the Takeout. We did not expect to start tonight with Article 92 of the Uniform Code of Military Justice. We are, because a debate, if you can call it that, broke out today over what it means and calls by the President of the United States for charges of treason against 6 Democratic members of Congress. Treason, as you might know, is punishable by death. President Trump amplified a Truth Social post calling for the lawmakers' death by hanging. This, ladies and gentlemen, is where we are. Article 92 of the Uniform Code of Military Justice says service personnel must obey lawful orders. Failure to obey lawful orders can result in court-martial. There is, however, an important qualifier. Military personnel have a duty to disobey a manifestly illegal order. That means the order's illegality must be, quote, clear and obvious. Examples: orders to target civilians, orders to falsify documents,
Right.
orders to commit crimes. 6 Democrats in Congress, all of whom served in the United States military or the U.S. intelligence community, released a video to members of the military and intelligence community, and here, from that video, are the most pertinent excerpts.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk. This administration is pitting our uniformed military
And intelligence community professionals.
against American citizens. Right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad, but from right here at home. Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
All right. So they're saying that Trump was feeling a certain type of way about that because they said you can refuse. You could refuse. Don't make me start blushing, Ree. You know what I'm saying? Let me get through it. Thank you. They're saying they made a commercial saying that you can refuse legal orders, right? So Trump took to his True Social. He's not really on Twitter like that too much. And you remember when they banned him from Twitter, they went to True Social. So that's pretty much just like another X account or whatever. So let's see what he said here.
legal. Why? Because of the order's presumptive legality and that it flowed in the proper chain of command from the chief executive of the United States on down. The lawmakers put out that video, said only illegal orders can be disobeyed.
Right.
Nevertheless, Trump called the video, quote, seditious behavior at the highest level, unquote, said the lawmakers, quote, should be arrested and put on trial, unquote. Here is the repost calling for the lawmakers to be hanged. House Speaker Mike Johnson, by way of defense of Trump, said the Democrats told troops to, quote, disobey orders, unquote. You can judge that line of defense level, unquote, said the.
Let me just see. So it said it's called seditious behavior at the highest level. Each one of these traitors to our country should be arrested and put on trial. Their words cannot be allowed to stand. We won't have a country anymore. An example must be set. And that's what he said. So that's why they're all up in arms over it. Now, back in the day, they used to do that. They used to hang you for all types of stuff back in the day.
Some history here. Trump, many months ago, warned about enemies here at home. He meant Democrats in government. Listen.
We have two enemies. We have the outside enemy, and then we have the enemy from within. And the enemy from within, in my opinion, is more dangerous than China, Russia, and all these countries.
Democratic leaders in the House and Senate today denounced Trump's rhetoric, as did Pennsylvania Governor John.
All right. So anyway, other countries get down like that, man. It said Democratic leadership called for Trump's remarks to be strongly condemned, saying he was effectively threatening elected officials. Civil liberties groups such as American Civil Liberties Union argued that the president's comments risk intimidation of lawmakers and erosion of free speech and protections. Some have targeted lawmakers and under heightened security because threats they reported since the comments came out. So now they're saying they've been threatened now. They're being threatened and all that stuff. And now they're asking the government to pay for their security. Let me see if I could get let me look at that quote again. They're asking for more security, different things like that. I don't know, man. This is political theater. Let's see. On Thursday, November 20th, he said it's called, you already read that. He said an example must be set. They must be put on trial. In a follow-up post, seditious behavior punishable by death. He also reposted a supporter's comment, hang them George Washington would. So he just reposted it. Somebody said, he didn't say that particularly himself. He reposted somebody saying that George Washington would have hung the fools. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So Trump is just doing the most. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much all it is. He's doing the most and different things like that, what have you. Okay. He's always in the news and he is the gift that keeps on giving. And I'm going to keep talking about it. Okay. Every day he's going to meet with Mandani today. You know, the mayor-elect of New York City. You know, the mayor-elect had a lot of strong words for him. You see what I'm saying? So it's getting ready to go down today. So I will be back for that because I'm sure they're meeting right now as I speak because it's 2 p.m. Getting ready to be 2 p.m. on the East Coast. So that's what's happening, right? Hey, man, I'm here for it. When he became president again, I'm here for the news every day. You understand me? I'm here for the tea, as they say. And I'm dropping Trump tea. As a matter of fact, I'm about to fix some tea right now. I'm dropping the Trump tea, man. You said, imagine if Trump wore a tan suit. You said New York's. Wait, what does that mean? New Yorker staying with me. What does that mean? You said YORKASTAIN. York is staying with New York is staying with Mandani. What does that mean? You mean New Yorkers stand with Mandani? New Yorkers stand with Mandani? Like, how do you know all New Yorkers stand with Mandana? We don't know what he about to do yet. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Don't let this Brooklyn don't don't let this Brooklyn cat fool you here. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it fool you. You said your eyes drifted further apart than me and my wife. Well, that's why you and your wife drifted farther apart, because you so concerned about other men's looks, and she want a real man like me. So that's why you and your wife drifted far apart, because you so concerned about another man's looks. See, look, see, that's the thing. They know I'm going to respond. He knew I was going to read it. He knew I was going to read it. See, guys, my trolls, it's all good. The trolls are a part of the show. He knew I was going to read that. He said, I'm going to get Max right now, because he's sitting up here, you know, saying he's sitting up here trying to bump his gums. Look at Alpha Wayne. He said, look, Max sitting up here bumping his gums, and I'm about to give it to him. So, guys, it's a part of the show, just to let you know. Usually I read the best jokes on me. I know you do, but look, I usually see, guys, if you don't know, while I'm doing the show, it's like a thing with the show. I'm trying to be like a correspondent here, but the people not allowing me. Thank you, Gwendolyn. The people are not allowing me to do my show. Okay. And usually people like Alpha, they will give me something, you know, to stop the show with. So it's just an ongoing, it's an inside joke with everybody, just let you know. But I have fun with it. Somebody said, the Red Fox comments, I get a lot of Red Fox comments, stuff like that. So I forget what somebody said yesterday, but we're going to get more into it. But anyway, with Trump, you never know what's going to happen day to day with Trump. And I'm here for it. And I say, you know what? Not a lot of people are really dropping Trump tea. You know what I'm saying? I have to drop the Trump tea. A lot of people, because I was feeling, what am I trying to do? Some people talk about the shows that's going on, but nobody is really talking about the drama with Trump. This is the first president that I can think of in a long time that every day there's some drama. Every day. Okay? Every day there's some drama. You say I look like Donnie Simpson. We might be related. Every day there's some drama with him, so I'm going to report on it every day. Guys, there's never a dull moment with Trump. Now he's trying to give us tax dividends, just to let you guys know. He's trying to, next year, you know, when we tax people and we come up with a profit, he's trying to share that with the populace. He's trying to share that with the people. So that's what it is. It's almost like a dividend payment. So he's projecting to be about $2,000. Okay, this thing is updated. Okay. He's projecting it. Software. Continue. He's projecting this to be about $2,000. So we more than likely would get that next year. And I think he's going to try to do it quarterly. Because that's what I agree with. Just pay us $2,000 quarterly, or don't pay it one time, because it don't make no sense. Let me skip all of this stuff. I got to get this back. Okay. Yeah. So like I said, hopefully he give us the that right there. That's coming next year. But let me just say this. Is this really going to happen in our country, that people are going to start going on trial and getting hung and stuff? No, that's not going to happen. But it's tea. You see what I'm saying? It's the Trump tea. Now, you would think somebody that's in a high power like that, you would think he'd be politically correct. He just called a lady. He said, "Shut up, Peggy." And he said, "I don't like your attitude." Guys, that's tea. He said, "I don't like your attitude." He said this to her, and he was sitting there chilling with the crown prince of Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? Trying to have a moment. You see what I'm saying? And she came up with the hard question. She said, this and that and the third. And he was like, look, you know what? I don't like how you asked the question, and I don't like your attitude. You see what I'm saying? He said this, I don't like your attitude. He said this right in front of his company. He said, I don't like your attitude. He said, stop, Piggy. You know what I'm saying? He said something about Piggy. What other president is doing this? This is news we can use. This is tea. Okay. And this is what people want. They want the fuck shit. That's what people want. Opinion-based journalism needs to go. Well, you're in the right spot. Travis, you're in the right spot. This ain't opinion-based journalism. I'm just giving you the tea. Am I really giving you all my opinion? Not really. Now, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Hold up. Now, you took, what do you mean opinion-based journalism need to stop? So we all should be uniform, thinking the same? Travis, this country will be boring. We need everybody's input. Now, you don't have to be down with it. Do you want this to be like other countries, communist countries, where if you speak out for the government, something gonna happen to you? Oh, well, see, Travis, that's why you here. That's why you're on YouTube. Don't worry about the mainstream media. I don't like the mainstream media either, because they are biased. But I guess in a way, we all got our certain biasness, right? Like we usually we go to places where um that think like us. But the mainstream media is dying out. And I saw that, Travis, at the Diddy trial. The mainstream media was scrambling, trying to catch up with us. Because like as soon as we get out the court, we tell it how we see it. The mainstream media was trying to lie. Diddy was innocent of all them charges. I'm just letting y'all know that. He was innocent. But they tried to say something else. They tried to spin it another way. And let me tell you what happened. And I'm glad, Travis, I'm glad you brought that up. Guess what happened? They started interviewing all of us, right? To see where we're at with this. And then the people that align with their ideas, they got spots on the mainstream media. I didn't. I said, well, wait a minute. Are you guys going to invite me? They said, oh, no, we got your opinions. You can move on with your little channel. Go somewhere with your little channel. Because I said he's innocent until proven guilty. They didn't want to hear that. So, you know what somebody from TMZ told me? Now, I'm not going to say her name, but she worked for TMZ. She said off the record, she said, I have to be a certain way because I work for, the news. She said, he ain't do that shit. She told me this. And a lot of people from the mainstream media said the same thing off the record. But they can't, obviously they can't report that. And those are the people that were invited to Nancy Grace. I wasn't invited to Nancy Grace. Okay. Because I look a certain way and they automatically think I'm in alignment with Diddy. Okay, well, you can think that I'm in alignment with Diddy. I don't know Diddy. I went to if you guys don't know, I went to the trial every day. And I'm going to start telling you guys maybe later on in this broadcast, I'm going to tell you some inside information on that. So I was there because somebody came up to me, a random person. I could tell they were from the mainstream media. Who are you? I said, I gave them my name. They was like, so what are you doing here? Do you work? That's what they said to me. I said, this is United States, right? Right? She said, yeah. I said, isn't the public allowed to watch open trials? He said, yeah. I said, okay, then that's why I'm here. I'm the public. But I also report on certain things. Oh, so you report. So what's the name of your channel? That's what they said to me. I shouldn't have told them. Then I told them. So Max, how do you feel about this case? He did all this stuff, right? I don't know. We just started. We just finished opening statements. Okay. I said each side has to present their case. Once the government is finished presenting their case, they will rest their case. After they rest their case, the defense will put on their case and rest their case. Until I hear all the evidence, he's innocent until proven guilty. Thank you for your time. And I also interviewed with a news station overseas. You think they want to use me? No, they do not. No, they do not. And guess what they else did? They asked me something about Trump. They sure did. They don't want to use me. Okay, because I'm not in alignment. So yes, it's just crazy. But anyway, Trump said, I'm not threatening them, but I would say they're in serious trouble. I'm not threatening death. He nevertheless reiterated that in the old days, if you said a thing like that, that was punishable by death. He was talking about them old days. In the old days, he was right. There was a guy called John Brown, and he orchestrated the raid on Harper's Ferry. And a lot of people think the raid on Harper's Ferry was the precursor to the Civil War, because that was right after that they kicked off the Civil War, right? And everybody that was involved in that, including the lady that was just working in the house at the time during the meetings, she was hung as well. So yeah, they used to do that back in the day. You know what's funny about that? It was because I lived in Virginia for a long time. There's a church called John Brown Baptist Church. Nobody had no idea that he was white. I mean, I'm not really into color and all that. I just like people that are cool. I don't care what, because this world would be a boring place if we all look the same. Some people just don't like people. We got bad people everywhere. So what? So I'm not really tripping off that, but they didn't know. We're going to get into the singer David in a second, but I just had to give your daily dose of the Trump tea. Trump is meeting with Mandani today, the mayor-elect of New York City. And we're going to see, because they had some strong words for each other. Mandani had some strong words for Trump during his campaign. Many people think that he was pandering, saying all of that just to get votes. So we'll see. We'll see if he's going to stick to some of the promises he made when he was running for mayor. And many people are worried about that New York City is going to turn into like things that's happening in France and England right now. So we'll see. I'm just here for the drama. I'm going to report the drama. That's it. And let you guys, and just let you know whatever ideas you have, just whatever. You said, is he a socialist or a communist? We're going to have to wait and see. How about that? We're going to have to wait and see. You said professional troll. Hey, man, I'm just here for the drama. That's it. You said Karl Marx. We'll talk about that a little later. As he'll swear in after New Year's. I believe January 2nd, he's supposed to swear in. Once he's swearing, give him his first 90 days, I would say first 30 days. We're going to talk more about the mayor. Thank you. Thank you, random YouTuber. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I get a lot of troll comments on here. And let me just say this. Somebody wanted to be a content creator. They said, Max, I can't get in front of the camera. Look what they're doing to you. I said, what's wrong with what they're doing to me? They have a right to troll this and that, but they're still supporting though. Because they're still watching. So it's a form of support and it's a form of engagement when they do whatever they say. Yeah, but I just can't. I said, well, at the end of the day, nobody cares. I'm being honest with you. Even the trolls don't care. It's a form of engagement and entertainment. And the reason why it's a form of entertainment, because you ever watch some YouTubers that go live and they don't respond to any comments? They don't get any trolls because it's not fun. They're just sitting there talking and then ignoring the comments. But when I read the comments, then they troll. It's just, and then I engage back with them. It's just a form of entertainment at the end of the day. So what's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? They could have been anywhere watching any other video, but they decide for 2 to 3 minutes out of their time, they want to engage with you. And that actually helps the channel, actually. I don't know if you guys know that. That actually helps. It's almost like giving me a like when you comment. So I do appreciate that. And I told them people are going to roast me, but it's entertainment. You can't give and take here. If you have something to say, just say it. People not see the thing is people get caught up in trying to please everybody. No, people just want to comment, then they do whatever they want. So you have to go live and you got to get on camera because YouTube made changes. YouTube, the CEO of YouTube, he wants more people on camera because you know why he wants more people on camera? So you guys could differentiate on what's AI and what's not. Because some people don't want AI. Some people are okay with AI, and then some people want some real people talking in front of them. You said, would you? Why? Look, man, come on, man. He said, would you marry a horse? And what's the other one? Are you no, I am not. No, I'm not. You said, please say my name in your voice. See, hold on, what is it? Sinu? You ain't no man, are you? Because you sitting up here want me to say your name, your whole man over here. Okay, Brooklyn in the house. I'm actually in Jersey, but you know, I know you're looking at the hat. You must be from Brooklyn. You like Nick Fuentes? All right, cool. You like Nick Fuentes. You guys are killing me, man. Your cat called Eddie, man. Shout out to Eddie, man. Shout out to his cat, Carl. Shout out to Eddie, man. Ed, I hope Eddie is listening. You said you was born in Brooklyn? What part? Oh my God, not. Don't say that, man, because you're gonna get me banned. You guys are killing me. Oh, it's Sinu. Are you a female, Sinu? He said, I would like you to say my name real quick. Sinu, are you a woman? But anyway, as long as you can look, don't touch. Where everybody's welcome here. It don't matter what you identify as. It don't matter. Now hold on a second. Y'all gonna have to give me a second. I have to hold on, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Give me a second. It's an intermission. I could have just, you know what? I just noticed. I could have just walked around and talked to y'all still. I had a wireless microphone. Guys, I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old. Let's get into the singer David, yo. Did anybody in here know David? If you know who David is, press 1. David in trouble, guys. I hate to say it. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. David's in trouble. Okay. You said did his eyes break up? David's in trouble, bro. Let's get into this.
On the job for us, doing a great job. Still to come. If you watch this show, you know that you don't need a body to make a murder case. And sometimes even a body isn't enough to make a case. But police in Los Angeles, now they've got the body of Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and they've had her for more than 2 months. And while it's looking like they now have a suspect, and yes, all roads point to the singer David, they still haven't told us what the actual crime is. But that all could change in a heartbeat. And my old pal.
Let me stop right there. They still listen. You don't need different things to get a murder case, but they're saying you said, wow, you look like one of my cousins. Oh, shout out to your cousins. We might be cousins. Okay, David. David is a singer. He became famous on a video game. What's that video game people play? The kids play Fortnite. He started putting music on there, and people started sharing his music, and he gained a following on Fortnite. Okay, David. Okay, shout out, God, David in the building. Yo, David, what's up, David? Okay, guys, we got David in the building right now, man. Shout out to David, man. He said I didn't do it. Laughed my ass off. Yo, man, shout out to David, man. And when is Grand Theft Auto coming out? But anyway, that's a side note. But shout out to David, man. Not David Goggins. D4VD. He spells it D4VD.
Harvey Levin from TMZ joins me next with the scoop he's hearing from LA cops. Plus, if you are a true... Well, his stage name is spelled with a 4. His legal name is David Anthony Burke. Plain and simple. The bombshell this week was that the LAPD sources say investigators now consider David a suspect. Which might raise the question, what took him so long?
What took him so
Except
long?
that 2.5 months after Celeste's decomposing remains were found in David's Tesla, authorities still aren't saying how the young runaway died or whether anyone else had a hand in it. TMZ, as often happens, was the first in line for that leak. And they say David may not be the only suspect on the investigators' radar. The outlet also reports that David made a quick and mysterious trip to a remote part of Santa Barbara County.
All right, Ryan, you might can help me out with this, or for the people that's in LA right now. He went to a remote part of Santa Barbara County. Okay. And they're trying to say that's when things happen. Celeste Rivas Hernandez, she's an underage female that he was messing with. She used to be on his live chats and everything. She her body was found decomposed and dismembered in his the front of his Tesla. Okay, down the street from the house he was renting. He claims he was out of town at the time, but guess what they're saying? They're saying that he may have had help. It's not just him that's a suspect. Eventually, there's going to be arrests made. Now, for those that's out in LA, anybody out in LA, okay, you say you in LA, you guys can help me with this. I've been to LA last year, but I don't know what they're talking about with Santa Barbara County. But they said that he went way out to Santa Barbara County, and they may have picked up information from his Tesla. Because, the Tesla's always recording around it.
That was back in the spring. He apparently set out in the middle of the night. Weird. TMZ says he returned to LA a few hours later. Then I spoke with TMZ's Harvey Levin about all of these new details. Here's our conversation. Harvey, what are the sources in the LAPD suggesting when it comes to this case right now?
Well, we're getting more than suggesting. We know what's going on.
So there is not an official cause of death yet because the medical examiner has not ruled, nor have the toxicology reports been given to LAPD. But what I can tell you is that the robbery homicide unit and the investigators looking at this case are viewing this as a homicide and viewing David, the singer, as the suspect.
Let me stop right there. That's very important. When he said they're viewing this as a homicide, not a dismemberment case. Why do I say that? Because if they can't determine the manner of death, I know a little bit about this. If they can't determine the manner of death, let's say if the toxicology reports come back and it's determined that she died by way of what do you call it? Accidental overdose, right? He cannot get charged with murder if they determine that she died already from overdose, right? And if you dismember the body afterwards, that's not murder. That's dismemberment of a corpse. He can get charged with that. That's not a life sentence. All right. Dismemberment of a corpse after the death is not a life sentence. And I knew that from following the Robert Dersh case, because Robert Dersh, his case was tried in California. So I knew that. But prior to his case being tried in California, he got charged with dismemberment of a corpse. And he beat that case, by the way. He beheaded somebody. So David, they're treating this like a homicide because they got more information that they're not going to release to the public. They're not. And they saying that they don't know where some people saying they don't know where he is right now. No, the officials do know where he is. They know. They're watching him.
Are they? Well, there's my next question. A suspect, because there was some intimation that was too difficult a job for one person to carry out. So are they thinking that there are more involved?
They believe there is more than one person involved in this based on the way and the manner in which the body was discovered, that it was cut up, and I don't know why, but they believe that it couldn't be the work of just one person.
This weird trip to Santa Barbara County, apparently your sources have unearthed this. Walk me through what it was, when it was, how long it lasted, the whole story behind this trip.
So we are told that in the spring of this year, I can't give you a month, I'm just told the spring, David went to a remote area of Santa Barbara County, which is about 100 miles from where he lives in Los Angeles, a remote area of Santa Barbara County in the middle of the night, and spent a couple of hours there. And that is a hugely important part of this case.
So I didn't know that. So from where he lived in Los Angeles, that's 100 miles. I mean, I know California is huge, but damn, 100 miles? That's the equivalent for me driving from here, from New Jersey to Maryland. That's the equivalent. Something like that. That's the equivalent, or a little bit past Delaware, Maryland. Where is the child's parents, you mean, the father and stuff? It's a lot of speculation on what's going on with her parents. Did they know about it? Did they know about her relationship with David? Because he was older than her. So it's crazy. He in trouble though.
The way I understand it. And I don't want to be more specific, but based on all the things that are going on, that is a point that seemed to stand out when we got this story, that this Santa Barbara trip is very, very important. Now, what does the Santa Barbara trip mean? Remember, it's spring and his body wasn't found until early September. So her body, rather, early September. So we're talking months. So, you could theorize that maybe he went to try and bury a body. Maybe he would have gone.
I'm not fake live streaming. I'm live. This is not a recording. I can read it, Jose. Since you want some attention. No, I'm not fake live streaming. I'm actually here. You probably thought because I wasn't talking when you came in here, it's a recording. I'm live. So that I'm just letting you know. I can even hold on. I can even. Oh, you thought I wasn't like live. You thought it was a recording. No, man. People trolling me. We trolling each other back live.
On to bury a weapon. But if it was a body, why was the body found in the trunk of his car in Los Angeles months and months later? Would they have gone and picked it up and brought it back?
No, I am not, Sid. Well, y'all got to come up with some different jokes, bro. You really do. You got to come up with some different jokes, man. I mean, come on, man.
There are some people who are saying, well, wait a minute, maybe he took Celeste there and allegedly, did her in there. The reason I don't think that's the case is we were told David went to Santa Barbara County, not
Okay.
they went to Santa Barbara County. And, it makes me think, how would they know David went? If it was just a cell phone, I don't think what they would say, Dave.
All right. So they're saying that David went to Santa Barbara County. How would they know that? Because of the data that they're retrieving from the Tesla. That's why. How are you going to go do a caper in a Tesla? How are you going to do that? You're doing a whole caper in a Tesla that has Sentry mode. Okay. Yeah, I'm Haley Bailey's father. Didn't you know? Now you guys got to come up with something. That was pretty good though. Her eyes far apart. She's beautiful though. So, let me just say this about you guys. You guys are just, that's all y'all doing. Just commenting on my looks. The whole men over there. Like I said, I'm sorry that I'm not attractive to you. I'm sorry. I can't help how I was born. Okay. Now let me get back to David. Okay. No, it's an ongoing joke with the people in the chat. We troll each other back sometimes. I know not all of you. I know that it's just like a inside joke with some of the people. David, it's the Sentry mode on the Tesla. For anybody to have a Tesla, because I'm thinking about getting one. The only reason why I'm getting one is because the thing drives itself and I can make content off of it. But I'm waiting until it becomes fully autonomous before I buy one. You know what I'm saying? What is the pause moment? Oh, you said no Diddy. Okay. So it's the Sentry mode on it. They went and did a whole caper allegedly with a damn Tesla. It's recording everything. And check this out. You know what I found out? Let's say if you try to disable it, Tesla still could see it. All the agents have to do is go to Tesla and receive the data from Tesla. So the thing is never off. It's never off. So why would you do that?
David went, I think what we would get is his cell phone pinged in that area. We got the word David. That makes me think there is video from his Tesla and that they have gotten into the Tesla. And we know they have data from the Tesla, and maybe there is video showing him there that they could track it there and they could see him there. And I don't know what it is that he did there, and it may well be that the LAPD knows, but we don't know yet. Well, and something big happened during that trip.
Do they know where he is? At this point, does anyone actually know where David is?
Well, I don't know if the LAPD knows. He was in LA. If he is still here, he is virtually in hiding because there are a lot of paparazzi agencies in LA. And,
he could be in Texas because you're from Texas. But I can tell you this, if you're listening, they're watching you. Okay? They're stalking you. Nobody can stalk better than the government. They're stalking you. They know where you are, and you can't even leave the country. Because if you try to leave the country, because they didn't take his passport yet. So if he tries to leave the country, that's when they're going to move in. He's not going to ever leave the country. And where is he going to go? The only place he really could go is somewhere that don't have extradition treaties with the United States. He can go to Bali. Excuse me. He can go to Indonesia. He can do that. If he can get there, he better leave now. Yeah, the Tesla ongoing monitoring itself and data exchange. But even if you turn it off, the data still goes to Tesla. All the people have to do is just subpoena the records from Tesla. The car never shuts off. So me personally, if I'm thinking about getting a Tesla, you think I'm gonna do a crime in a Tesla? You can't even do a crime in most modern cars. Yeah, they will stop me at the airport, Ryan. Listen, you can't even do crimes in modern cars. What's up, Truth or Emotions? You can't do crimes in modern cars because it's always recording. It takes a little while to get the data off, though. It does. I'm talking about it to get all the data. I learned in a trial that it takes a while, believe it or not. Even with the technology that the government has at their disposal, it still takes a little while for them to retrieve every step on the black box.
That photograph is worth a lot to these agencies. So if he's spotted out, they're probably going to get a picture of him. And we haven't seen any of these agencies say, "Hey, we got a picture of David." So if he's here, he is underground, and I think there's a good chance that maybe he went somewhere else where it's not going to be as where there aren't going to be these paparazzi agencies around. But we haven't seen him, and I don't know where he is. I know he was in LA, but that was weeks ago.
What do you think is about to happen? Do you think he's about to be in cuffs?
Well, we were told not in the near future. I don't know what near future means. One of the problems is the medical examiner has not determined cause of death, and they have not given toxicology to LAPD. Even if the medical examiner comes back and says undetermined, the LAPD could still move forward. And
even if they come back undetermined, they still going to arrest them. Arrest still going to be made. They're taking their time with it. David is a singer. He became famous from playing Fortnite, sharing his music on Fortnite, and he got a lot of fame right away. He just came out with his debut album several months ago. Now he's in hiding. Now he's really not in hiding. They know where he is. Okay, so if there's any people, David, listening, they know where you are, David. Don't even worry about it. They'll come get you, and they got a nice spot for you to go to. They have accommodations that you can have for the rest of your life. You don't have to worry about meals, blankets, clothes. They got you for the rest of your life. They have nice accommodations. First of all, if you were messing with this underage girl, she's underage. Okay, that's number one. That's where the first thing you messed up at. First, all these women out here you could have been dating, and you're gonna go with an underage. All these women you could have had at your beckon. You said stay clear of David. I know, because David might be, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't want to mess with David right now. You said keep talking. I'm almost spent. Well, I'm cutting my camera off because you're not going heads up with me. Oh no, you're not going heads up with me. If you almost finished, you're definitely not going heads up with me. That's what you call going heads up. If y'all don't know what that is, he's going heads up. You're not going heads up with me. Talking about he almost finished. You're not going heads up with me. He wanted to say that to y'all because that now he's excited even more because I acknowledged him. Now he's really excited. Okay, because now everybody we know his comment exists. That's a man. That's a whole man that just told me that. Okay, it's wild out here. All I'm trying to do, look at Wild Dog laughing. What's up, Wild Dog? All I'm trying to do is get through this live stream. And you see what they do to me? Now, truth over emotions, he's sniping people. You see, truth over emotions ain't got no patience. He just gonna snipe you. But you see how they do me, wild dog? I'm just trying to get through the live stream. I know I was cooking, but then he gonna sit up here and say he going heads up with me. Let me just get through this live stream, please. Let me just get through the live stream. That's all I'm trying to do. You said, what do I think about India? What about India? Like, give me something. Like, you saying, what do I think about India? I mean, you ask me a question. Like, give me something. Don't just say, what do you think about India? I've never been to India. I know they have some good chess players. You said, man, you got praying mantis eyes. Let me just get through this live stream, please. Can y'all just let me get through the live stream? I'm almost done. Just let me get through it. So David, it's a situation he got, man. It's not good. First of all, she's underage. First of all, she's underage, and you shouldn't be messing with somebody that's underage when it's so many women out here looking for men. Okay, there's plenty of, but the thing is, he got with her. He met her on the game. Okay, he met her on the game. I'm getting through this live chat. Y'all not bothering me. I'm getting through this live chat. He met her on the game. They started this and that. I don't know where her parents was, different things like that. Because if that's my daughter, he gonna get a visit to his house at 4:00 in the morning that he not gonna like. My eyes ain't far apart for no reason. I ain't rap tight. Okay. See, look, that's just a play on y'all for trolling me. My eyes ain't far apart for nothing. I'm not rap tight. Okay. I'm showing up at your house 4:00 in the morning. Okay. If you want to sit up there and mess with I don't care what my daughter got to say. Okay. I'm showing up at your house 4:00 in the morning. You can call the police all you want to. Okay. You can call the police all you want to. Okay. You're not going to be sitting up here fornicating with my daughter and she's underage. Okay. I'm not rap tight. Okay. That's what I would tell him. You said, please borrow me your cap. You may have my cap. You said, bro, you said, bro eyes have drifted zip codes. And this is a person named Muhammad. Muhammad, you Muslim? And you sitting up here commenting on another man and you Muslim? Oh, inshallah. Inshallah. You said keep the peace, Pakistan. We try to keep the peace up and they won't let me get through this live stream. And it's somebody named Muhammad. It's crazy. So, like I was saying, that's what will happen. You need more crazy uncles like me in the world. That's what y'all need. You know what I'm saying? You need crazy uncles like me. And that's how it is, Chris Cola. They like it because they know I'm reading the comments. They know it. They know I'm reading the comments and they know that's how it go. So yeah. David gonna get arrested. You say you need parents to be parents. You need a crazy ass uncle like me. Okay. Let my niece say something. Damn, my light went off. My bad, y'all. My damn light went off. Where is my light went off? My bad. I need my battery. But I think I'm gonna end here in a second. But like I said, because my light don't went off. You know, when the light go off, it's time to go. And then when the light go off, that's my cue. That is my cue because I set it up that way. It's time to go. But like I said, You need more uncles like me. Because I would have showed up at his house 4 o'clock in the morning with a mask on. Okay? With a mask on. I'm not talking about the Pooh Shiesty mask. I'm talking about a full mask with shades on. Okay? And I say, listen, keep messing with it if you want to. Keep messing with it if you want to. Act like you want to. That's why I told him, act like you want to. He probably gonna be like, what the hell that mean? Just act like you want to. You said it ain't about being a tough guy. It's not about that. It's not about being a tough guy. You're not gonna sit up here and mess with my underage daughter. And I'm like, act like you want to. And that's it. We got a whole dude up in here saying, don't be angry, cutie. I'm out of here, guys. It's a whole dude saying this. Okay? That's a whole dude saying this. Listen, we accept everybody in here. You can look, but don't touch. Okay? But act like you want to. With me. Act like you want to, David. David's in trouble. I know he got some fans up in here that's triggered. Okay? David is in trouble. You hear what I'm saying to you? David is in trouble, and stop playing with me. Okay, stop playing with me, because people, Ryan, they triggered. Some people in here triggered right now. You could say my eyes are drifting far apart from here to Saturday. I don't care. Okay, you can say what you want to say. You could say my eyes are from, but I have a hella peripheral vision, and I can see the bullshit. Okay, my eyes ain't far apart for nothing. Okay, I'm from Series B. Okay, that's the galaxy I'm from. I'm down there from Series B. That's where I'm from. And my peripheral vision is like none other. Okay? I can see everything. I can see all the bullshit. Damn right I have good peripheral vision. You damn right. I can see all the bullshit. You sit, and my lights is going off and I gotta go. Peace to everybody. And matter of fact, I'm gonna cut my camera off anyway for the weirdos. Because y'all sitting up here weird. Let me see when that camera go off, you don't know where I'm at. I could just show up at your house 4 o'clock in the morning. You don't know where I'm at. Okay? So that's what David needs. He needs somebody like me. You hear what I'm saying to you? David, oh shoot. David needs somebody like me. Okay? And don't say you feel like you're being scolded. That's the David fans talking. And I might be talking to you. Okay? His damn song is more popular now than ever before. What's the name of that song before I get off? Romantic Homicide. David, let me just say something, David. If that was my daughter, I will show up at your mom's house. Okay? That's where I'll be at. And I will find you. Okay? I will find you and I will make you take a gallon of prune juice. I will make you drink let me stop. I'm just messing around. That's why I make them drink a gallon of prune juice. Listen, you drink a gallon of prune juice, it ain't good for you. David is a singer. Talking about who the F is David? D4VD, man. David is a singer. But guys, I'm out of here. I appreciate you guys for joining. I appreciate you guys for joining today. And yes, I appreciate you. And we will be back in about a couple of hours. Peace. Peace, guys.